One season in the sun on Santa Cruz voice. Tuesday, March 31st, 2020 sight. Midday rolling, windows down, let's get into it. $5 for one season in the sun on Santa Cruz voice. Tuesday, March 31st, 2020 sight. Midday rolling, windows down, let's get into it. $5 for a Kid Rock hover, yeah. Apparently that's a thing now. Meanwhile, I'm still stuck trying to figure out how you make Kit Kats traceable. What are we tracking? Chocolate bars now. And Darla, still mad about my March schedule. So mad she straight up ate that page out of my calendar. April's just vibes at this point. And we were out at the NC, got a regional finals for basketball. I'm not even kidding, it was so loud in there I almost lost my hearing. Just absolute chaos, wall-to-wall noise. The kind of place where you can't even hear yourself think. Weather sitting clean on the coast, little breeze, little sun, classic Monterey Bay setup. News lined up, local and real, Sports Bay FC gets a win. And the Giants actually scored a couple runs and picked up their first win of the season. And if there's any time left, this week in Bubbles. Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
All right, welcome to one season of the Sun right here on Santa Cruz Voice. If you have an Android, you could actually download the app. We found that out yesterday. It's amazing. It's amazing crap you find out when you're trying to trying to find the truth. Oh man, remind me to come back to the liquid death thing. But Jesus, that is just the strangest freaking thing I've ever seen. It is 62 in Monterey, 63 in Seaside. Don't go figure that's a microclimate, a degree different next door. 63 in Santa Cruz, 65 in Hollister, 66 in Salinas, 65 in San Francisco, 67 in San Jose, where we'll be later, 63 in Gilroy, and it is 60 in Gorman, which is on the way to Anaheim, where it is a nice 72 degrees. I remember when these things were, and then 77 in Kansas City, and I remember it was like 30 degrees or like a week ago. We are going to be having the April Fool's Day Spectacular tomorrow. Kent is something is wrong with Kent's hair if you're watching the video feed.
It's not going down.
Yeah, I don't know. Something's wrong with his hair. Let's see here.
Good radio.
Bay FC went to North Carolina, got a 3-1 lead, scored 3 goals in the first half, gave up 1 in the second. Only 2 shots on goal. One was a pretty spectacular save by Jordan, but the other one went in. I thought it was offside, but it was okay. The angles they were looking at, it was offside. But the thing is that I don't think they had the definitive angle, and they don't have the laser line thing like they do in the Premier League. So it was not adjudicated to be offside, and so therefore it was a goal. 3-1, no clean sheet, but still got the 3 points for the victory. Back home on Sunday versus somebody. Does not want to tell me here. There is no app for the Washington Spirit on the iPad. So there's an app for the iPhone.
Oh,
unlike Santa Cruz Voice, where there's an app for the Androids but not the iPhone yet. So but
topsy turvy world.
yeah, I get it. Oh my God. Wait a minute. 17. Why do I not have the 17th down? Oh, I need to write the 17th down as a thing on the schedule, because I was just looking at the schedule and I'm like going, oh, there's a game on the 17th. I should write that down. We'll get into that in a minute too.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the hosts and do not necessarily reflect the views of Santa Cruz Voice.
Which is what happens when you write down Bay on the 17th on the button that does the disclaimer. Let's see. The Giants, after losing 3 games in a row to the Yankees in pretty convincing fashion at home, put Dylan Roop on the mound yesterday. And win a game in pretty convincing fashion. I don't know what to think of this team yet. Gonna go check them out Monday in person, so we'll have a little bit more for you next Tuesday. But it was not. But went to San Diego, won 3-2. Got the same 2 teams going on tonight and tomorrow. Well, maybe tomorrow. We don't know, because it's April Fool's Day, so don't trust anything on April Fool's Day. Let's see, and then
have you seen the thing about April Fool's Day this year?
No, I have not.
People are like, just everyone's going through a lot, so if we could just take it easy on April Fool's Day, that'd be nice.
Yeah. Yes, because asking people to do things on the internet is so gonna get everybody on board.
Yeah, the internet's the kindest place on earth.
Yeah, they are just totally thing. Sharks won a couple games. Sharks won their last 2 games in a row. Trying to hit their schedule, but it is not working there. I'm going to come back to Sharks. Yes. As I'm looking at all this. Okay. The Barracuda are home tonight against Texas and home Friday and Saturday against Colorado, who's ahead of them in the standings, I believe. We can look here. Standings. There we go. Yes, ahead of them in the standings by 6 points. 6 points with 9 and 8 games respectively to play. So that's, it's kind of we'll see what happens there. The Sharks are in dire straits. They are 75 points. They need to be at 82. But they have a game in hand on everybody in front of them, at least a game in hand on everybody in front of them. So 2 games in hand on Edmonton, 3 games in hand against Vegas, but need some points in a hurry. And here's the thing that I've been saying all season: Sharks are a year ahead of schedule. Okay, they are not supposed to be in the playoffs making noise this year. They are really supposed to be close, but maybe eke in and make noise in the first round, maybe. But really and truly, they are not supposed to be. They're not supposed to be doing it this year. However, where are they? Yeah, they're still that. Let's see here. Well, here's the thing. They are 2 points out of that last wild card with 2 games in hand. It could happen. They're they have 10 games left. We'll see what happens. And so, well, we'll see. They've been doing okay, but they need to get there. Barracuda are in the playoffs. I think, they have a really cohesive young group there. I think you're going to see a few of them up there contributing heavily on the Sharks in the near future. And maybe that's exactly when they will be in the playoffs, looking to do some stuff. Let's see, San Jose State Gymnastics starts their national tournament hopes tomorrow. Actually on Thursday is what I'm understanding. And we were out at the regional final for basketball. Texas Purdue, which came down to a last second tip in that Oscar, their center for Purdue, had a few choice words about that I can't play here because we agreed we're not going to, and he was like, if it went to overtime, we lost, and he was right, because Texas had their rim protector, had their guy, and Oscar had just fouled out, and they got a shot to break a tie. And it's easier if you're going down to break a tie versus needing a win, because then you don't have to make the shot, but just doing everything to try to have something happen to make a shot when you are tied is so much easier. They did that. They got through and faced Arizona, who just creamed Arkansas on Thursday. Saturday, it was close until the hold on here. There we go. Let me go. I was, well, and we were there, but I'm not one. I'm really. I keep having a hard time with this guy's name, because it was just okay. Well, either way, in the final game of the West Regional, Purdue and Arizona, it was loud enough in there. My watch kept telling me it was 105 decibels or more. So I actually put my earbuds in that I have the Apple Pros, so they can, with noise cancellation, block out the sound. And I listened to somebody on TikTok trying to save my hearing. But there was a point where both the centers got tangled up. Center for Arizona whacked his head on the floor hard enough I heard it through the noise cancellation. And at that point, it was Arizona's game. Arizona put some distance between them. Purdue walked it down to 5 points with about 6 minutes left, and then Arizona just kind of pushed it out and finished them off. And that was the end of that. It was pretty much a well-played tournament section there. My takeaways, though, are, well, one of them for sure is that the game has passed John Calipari by, and it's time to go. People talking about him for North Carolina, the game has passed him by. He made no real, and here's the thing. Somebody was saying, well, maybe he doesn't know, maybe his players aren't capable of making a change to strategy when the game's going away from you. But in that game on Thursday, he made no real strategic changes to stop the bleeding and get back in the game when they were down by 13 in the first half early. And here's the thing. If you don't have the players prepared to make the changes, and you don't know the changes to make, or a combination of above, the game's passed you by. And good luck to him, but the game's passed you by, my friend. And he didn't have a lot to say about anything after the game either. It was a whole lot of nothing in the press conference. And you know what? good on Arizona. Arizona looks formidable. I'm just telling you, Arizona looks like a team that could win the whole thing against teams that were supposed to be their equal. The number 4 seed in the region and the number 2 seed in the region. They looked up to the task at times and dominating in others. So there we go. I'll tell you what, we're going to hit news on the other side of this. And so we'll be right back here on One Season in the Sun. Okay, I see. And so hold on one second as I get all of this here set. So you know what? We'll be right back here on the other side. We'll actually do the commercial set this time. So, and then we'll switch over during the other set. Actually, you know what? We'll switch over during this set as I'm doing the commercial. That's what we'll do. So, yeah, we'll switch over and we'll be back on the other social for video. Y'all who are just listening on the Google app, which apparently exists, even though people said it didn't, and on the podcast, you'll hear the commercial. So there we go.
Your business needs more space? Space is reasonable, secured, and accessible 24/7 for qualified businesses at Anbar Self-Storage and U-Haul. Easy off Highway 1 on Airport Boulevard. Anbar Self-Storage and U-Haul in Freedom.
The kid is moving her family to Sacramento. Anbar Self-Storage and U-Haul has the moving vans, car trailers, and shipping boxes she needs ready to go. Easy off Highway 1 on Airport Boulevard. Anbar Self-Storage and U-Haul in Freedom.
Attention investors. This is a simple commercial on the investment value of gold. Gold continues to make new highs. In good markets and in bad markets, you need to have your portfolio balanced with gold. Learn about owning physical gold or getting a gold-backed IRA. Make this simple call right now.
800-414-1657. 800-414-1657. That's 800-414-1657.
Sponsored by Reagan Gold.
There's more than one way to enjoy the benefits of cannabis. Hi, I'm Johnny from the Hook Outlet in Capitola, Santa Cruz, and Watsonville. With topicals. The Hook Outlet has many topical preparations that provide localized relief for pain and inflammation of muscles and joints without psychoactive effects. The Hook Outlet has a friendly staff to help you select the right topical for your needs. Pain relief, anyone? Stop by and say hi at the Hook Outlet in Capitola, Santa Cruz, and Watsonville.
Find us fast online at hookoutlet.com.
The weather will change. Knox Roofing here. We all remember the story of the 3 little pigs. We all know the third pig hired Knox Roofing to do his roof. Every day he crawls into his home knowing no wind, no earthquake, fire, or even the big bad wolf can hurt his house. The weather will change for the good and sometimes not so good. Have a Knox roof installed on your home, and one thing you can be certain of, good security. I promise you that. The number to call is 461-0634. Thanks, folks.
Yeah. Santa Cruz. Midday sun, windows down. Let's ride. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, let's go. Sing it all out, let the whole world know. One season in the sun, we ride slow. Santa Cruz glow, yeah, that's our home. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, let's go. From the coast to the streets, we control. Ball, walk, breeze, yeah, the vibe don't fall. One season in the sun, stay gold. Yeah, midday wave, got a dial locked in. Santa Cruz Day, where the story begin. From the cliffs to the wharf, hear the ocean talk. Every word got weight, every step we walk. Can't keep it steady, yeah, the flow stay clean. Rachel with the bubbles, yeah, you know what I mean. Local to the core, no script, just true. Turn it up one time, now you're locked in the groove. Sun hit different when it's built from here. Salt in the air, make it all feel clear. We don't chase height, we create that lane. Let the coastline ride through the speaker frame, yeah. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, let's go. Sing it out loud, let the whole world know. One season in the sun, we ride slow. Santa Cruz glow, yeah, that's our home. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, let's go.
Alrighty, so we are back right here on One Season of the Sun on Santa Cruz Voice. We're going to bring in
from Greater Omaha. Salt of the earth, no masquerade. Yes, uneasy round the black Escalade. It's Kent from Greater Omaha. Kent from Greater Omaha. No.
Hello.
Hello. All right. So what
happening?
is going on there today?
Well, first of all, when you said Airbuds, it reminded me of. Do you remember when Airbud was on ESPN? So, there's a Clemson Georgia Tech game, and the ABC commentators brought in the dog who played Airbud to do color commentary.
Well, there's only a certain amount of time because dogs don't live forever. I mean, it's not
That's
like
fair.
it's not like Dick Vitale, who apparently is still around, which confuses me because he's been around for a while.
He's been Vital for a long time.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yes. Okay. So we're gonna get us into some. Hold on. Is there any news?
Yes.
Okay.
It's that time again, where everything's breaking and nothing's fixed. Local storms, weird politics, and someone's emotional support iguana stealing the spotlight. That's your news with Kent from Greater Omaha.
All right. The U.S. Army is reviewing an unusual incident involving military helicopters near the home of Kid Rock in Tennessee. Video shared on social media shows two AH-64 Apache helicopters flying low and hovering near the property over the weekend. In the clip, Kid Rock is seen outside near his pool, acknowledging the aircraft. Officials say helicopters are assigned to the 101st Airborne Division based at Fort Campbell, and the flight was not coordinated with the homeowner. The Army says the aircraft may have been conducting a routine training mission, but the low-altitude maneuver near a private residence has raised concerns. An internal review is now underway, and reports indicate the flight crew has been temporarily suspended while the situation is investigated. No injuries or damage have been reported.
There you go. So there you go. So what they're saying is it may not have been Kid Rock that asked for it. It may have been them going, "Oh, let's go look at Kid Rock's house."
You know, it'd be really cool if we go buzz Kid Rock's White House replica.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I mean, that's a story you can use to get free drinks for the rest of your life.
Yeah. So tell me more about Kit Kats before we get into Liquid Death being a little on the crazy side.
A little on the crazy side. Yeah, they're trying something new, being crazy. So police in the UK are investigating a large-scale chocolate theft, which is now being dubbed the Kit Kat heist. Authorities say a truck carrying about 200,000 Kit Kat bars was stolen. That's 12 tons, by the way, from an industrial site earlier this month. The shipment, valued at more than $100,000, was taken before it could reach distribution, which, by the way, that's like 50 cents a bar. That's quite a steal.
No. That's those things are like $2 now. You're living back in earlier. Yeah, in much earlier things. No, it's not like that.
The long ago of a month ago? Yeah.
Well, no, it wasn't 50 cents a month ago, Dan. I'm just telling you. Yeah, it was.
Well, no, they're a supplier, so I'm sure that's their cost, you know?
Oh, well, maybe. Okay, yeah, but retail, man, they're a lot more than that. But, yeah, this just seems. And so the thing that struck me is just kind of, was they say they're traceable.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have what kind of nano tracers are they putting in these things now?
They have barcodes. They have
wait.
tracking on the
They
truck.
have barcodes. Hold on. Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I needed that. If you're gonna make,
I mean, I guess you could reprogram a barcode, so that's probably not very helpful. The pallets themselves.
Wait.
RFID
The
tags.
candy has a barcode.
Ah, the candy bar has a barcode. Huh.
Yeah.
It's a pun.
Yeah.
All right. Some of the pallets have RFID tags, and there are digital logs, and they should be able to use those to determine who picked up the packages or where they were rerouted.
Okay.
So, yeah. They're asking anyone who sees stolen Kit Kats to let them know, which is, contact.
I'm just like going, okay. How do you know if you're seeing stolen Kit Kats? Yeah, I don't know.
If you go to a bodega and they're selling them for, $1 a bar, you're probably not turning them in.
Yeah, no, it's like cheap candy. I don't even know why I did that. Okay.
Everybody wins.
The folks at Liquid Death have gotten a little crazy. They're giving, never against trying to just up the ante on weird crap. Liquid Death is giving away a killer house with the ultimate luxury. Liquid Death coming out of every faucet. They don't mean still water. They mean soda-flavored sparkling water. You can have root beer-flavored sparkling water coming out of your shower head in your new Taylor Morrison home. Not even Elon has that. This seems very Mr. Deeds, where he had the water fountain that did Hawaiian Punch. But I feel like a shower head with root beer would be sticky.
Yeah, I feel like I would opt for the $250,000 in cash, because that's just a lot easier to move.
Yeah, who was it that was supposedly giving away the Harrier? And
that was also Liquid Death.
Was it? Wait. No, it was longer ago than that. All right. Company that offered to give away a Harrier in a marketing promotion. All right. Well, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. It's looking. 1996, Pepsi ran ads where you could collect Pepsi points and redeem them for merch, and they commercial jokingly said if you got 7 million Pepsi points, you would get a Harrier. And so he realized you could buy points for 10 cents each, meaning the jet would cost about $700,000. He raised the money, sent Pepsi a check, and asked for the jet. Pepsi refused, saying the jet was a joke and not a real offer. Leonard sued what became this case, Leonard versus PepsiCo. Court ruled no reasonable person would think the ad was a real offer, but let's see. But
in 2024,
Liquid Death actually gave away a jet.
Yes. Which he chose the jet over the money.
Yes. What kind of jet did Liquid Death give away? So let's.
It was a L-39 Aerojet. It's a decommissioned military training jet.
Ooh. And they actually did give away.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Czech-made military trainer. Top speed 470 miles an hour, value around $400,000. It's unarmed. So you're not key detail. You're not flying around with missiles. And it comes with a real FAA airworthiness certification. Liquid Death actually.
Don't you have to be able to fly to have that then?
Yes.
Yeah, you don't just pick up a certification and then you're just like, hey, now I can fly. It's not like the Matrix.
Okay, so here's the thing. Yes. So here's the thing. It's a it's a $400,000 thing. But here you go. It's an entry-level supercar of fighter jets, but it still lives in a jet world, not a normal world, okay? It's roughly $3,000 to $5,000 per hour to operate it. Because you burn about 150 to 200 gallons an hour, because jet fuel ain't no Costco gas. Fly at 2 hours.
I forgot to say, the Apache helicopters hovering over Kid Rock's house cost about $5,000.
Yeah. You fly it for 2 hours on a weekend, you just spent $10K. Maintenance, $20 to $50K. Engine overhaul every few hundred hours is $200K. The parts, Soviet era supply chain equals good luck. This is like owning a Ferrari. Stopped making parts in the 80s. Okay.
Like
storage. You cannot park this thing in your driveway. Must be kept in an airport in a hangar. That is $12,000 to $36,000 a year just to exist. Insurance, if you can even get it. $10 to $30K a year depends heavily on your experience. You also don't just hop in and go. You need a private pilot license, jet type training with L-39 specific, and even then you're not exactly cleared to buzz the tower in Watsonville.
That's fair. So the plane is certified, but you're not inherently.
Yeah. So you obviously you're not allowed to have weapons on it. What's the point? You have restricted airspace rules. You can't fly around just in the visual flight rules everywhere because it goes way too fast. And the moment you turn this thing on, it is an instant noise complaint. So let's say that you're light use, 25 flight hours a year, $150,000 to $200,000 a year. And
could you recreate Sky King's route in a jet like this? Could you recreate Sky King's route?
I don't know.
No.
Yes, and the smartest move, what most winners would do, would take the cash. There you go. So there you go. Yeah, I'm also
that's $18.50.
Also, Clink Room has finally delivered my Leo the 14th hat, which I'm wearing today, which is Leo the 14th.
That's what that is.
Leo the 14th. If you're watching on the TikTok, if you're watching on the TikTok and not listening on the Google Store app, which you could be, as we found out yesterday.
Yeah, that was fun to learn.
One of these days, I am going to go through the entire story of the subterfuge and backstabbing that has gone on the last couple of months, and I will.
The Palace intrigue?
The Palace intrigue, yes. We will be going through that. I honestly, since we're simulcasting on the TikTok, I could literally just be like, "Hi, Bob Mercer. Hi, Sarah Jane. Hi, Kim E. Hi, Kayla Romero." See, I could just do that. That's what I could do. Yeah, I sure could. But okay, but we got more stuff. We got more stuff to talk about. Let's see here. So apparently, and I don't have it to compare, so I don't know. I think there were 17 events in March that went to. Someone who I shall show on the screen right now. This little girl right here, who does not want to be on the screen. I keep my calendar next to where I sit here or used to keep my calendar next to where I sit here on the side table. She apparently unhappy with the amount of shows or amount of events I covered this month. 8 March. Like, I come in here, calendar is in her mouth, and March is like nearly destroyed.
Now, to be fair.
Yes.
Tomorrow it'll be April. So,
tomorrow will be April. No, I mean, she only really just got rid of one event, which I already knew about. But I'm just like, really? And then she's like, yeah, that's what I think of March. I'm just like, okay.
I think that too, though. March was way too long this year.
It was way too. There was a lot of stuff, man. There was a ton of stuff.
Every month of this year has been way long.
Yeah.
Like January was like 6 months long.
Yeah. January was forever. She is going to go away. I am going to reach into the Ziploc bag here, grab a treat, and entice Enzo to get up out of his bed, come over here almost silently, and say, yes, I will do that. And I'm going to pack them back up. There we go. But again, Darla was best in class. Very much because it was low bar. It's a low bar in class. You have the dog that she has.
A win's a win.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, you have the dog that will not stop barking at everyone else because I don't think she's working with him at home, and I guess not. The dog that he has a service dog tag on when it's in a beginner class and doesn't seem to understand a lot of the stuff. So it's a lie. It's a farce. It's a fraud. And then the lady that wants to have this dog, Gordon, the golden retriever with the 15 step lineage, can trace his lineage all the way back to Charlemagne. Could be a knight. This dog could be a knight.
Does he have blue eyes?
I don't remember. I don't know. He's a little wild, so I try not to get too close for him.
That's fair.
He's, but she has no idea how to train him and listens to nothing in class. And then Darla's the best one in class. She's also the only girl. So, I mean, they do good at school. They do good in school. And no lie, she is fitting the stereotype of girl dogs doing good in school. And then everywhere else just reverting back to whatever the hell she wants to do. Thank you if you're listening to us on the Google app, by the way. I can see that there's listeners on the Google app. Thank you. Thank you for doing it. We appreciate that. Yeah. So, oh, man. Oh, so, all right. So, I forget. We had other stuff or we're ready to go to that second break, and then I think we're ready to go to that second break, and then
I think the timing's perfect.
Okay, we'll go to that second break, and then we'll. This one is going to be a song, so we don't have to have the TikTok problem. And we'll be back right here on One Season in the Sun, and then we will talk about. I don't know. Maybe we won't talk about the intrigue yet, but we have other stuff to talk about. So here we go. All right. We'll be right back right here on One Season in the Sun.
We wrote our names on the glass in the cold, like it would last, like we never get old. Now it's gone, but I still see the lines fading slower than you from my mind. You're the only one left who remembers all the nights we said would never end. Now the silence keeps pulling me under. Tell me who will remember us then. There's a photo I don't wanna find, but it's burned in the back of my mind. We were laughing like nothing could break.
All right, we're back right here on Santa Cruz Voice. You're listening to One Season in the Sun. I am going to have to yell at Darla. I don't know what is up with you this week, babe. Okay. All right.
She's not in class. She's like, I don't even have to.
She's not in class. She's not in class, and then she's just being just out there. So I'm going to not turn you in with all the people listening. She's looking at me like, what'd I do? Yeah, you know what you did.
Yeah.
I just got right. Enzo's over there going, I'm a good dog. Yeah, whatever. You're a good dog. Okay. Except for, oh my God. So I took Darla by herself for a ride on Sunday. And she was just, rather than try sitting in my lap or whatever, or snuggle or whatever, she would just spread out on the dog bed in the car, just like, bleh, you know, because and usually Enzo is like, taking up most of the dog bed or making it so she can't see there, even though he can curl up and usually does curl up in an area small enough for Darla to fit in there. He's a little bit of a space hog and a little bit of a bully when they're in the car together. I mean, it's not that he's not a good boy. It's not that she doesn't like him. Not that he doesn't like her. He's just a car ride bully, and so that's always a thing. But then yesterday we did that, and then they took turns coming and standing in my lap, especially when we went to the car wash. Enzo got mad when I pulled him out of the opposite, where he had his feet on the opposite armrest in the front seats. And I had to pull him off of that because I didn't want him rolling down the window and getting slapped in the face with a fry guy. And he was just looking at me like, why'd you pull me down from there? I don't want you rolling down the window. And he was like, but it would be fun. I could smell. I mean, he'd roll that down. He'd get sprayed in the face, slap with one of the fry guys, and he would never want to get in the car again. You just know that. Oh, man. Okay, so if Pepsi had been able to give somebody a Harrier, first off, they're like $20 million now. You'd have to get rid of all the systems removal. Export approval will be required. The nozzles and hover Swiss system are insanely complex and have to be maintained properly. You'd have to have a military level crew, and the parts are tightly controlled. This is an engineering nightmare. Operating costs are $20,000 to $40,000 an hour, and it literally would be called the government level maintenance. Let's see, museums can get them completely non-functional. It's basically an lawn ornament. Let's see, but yeah, I mean, yeah, Harriers are basically designed for war. Don't jump up there, Enzo. All right, okay, here we go. Well, let's see, and it says. Yes, give me examples of that. It says it can tell you what you can actually own there for, their an Aero L50.
You can own a tank.
Aero L50. Yeah, no, okay. You can get an Aero L59, a Hawker Hunter you could get, a Dassault Mirage F1. Let's see, a MiG-29. Ooh, you could own a MiG-29.
That's fun.
Yeah. But here's the problem. Nearly impossible to maintain.
Yeah.
Okay. Jets you could not own. Okay. F-35.
F-22.
F-22. No, it actually said F-22 right after that. And the things that nobody tells you, million plus a year for some of these things.
Eesh.
Yeah, the jet is, and then if they say, here, you can have a jet or cash, the jet is very allowed subscription service that costs you 6 figures a year. Yeah.
Aha.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, I want the cash.
Yeah, no, I got you. I was thinking of this because yesterday I met Michael at the airport so that we could do some stuff with the station stuff. And then there was a jet out there, and I'm like going, ooh, ooh, I need to know what this one is because it is super cool. And I never did find out exactly what it was, but it was really cool. So I am going to find out eventually. So that's the thing.
Have you ever seen the video of the guy who slams a beverage at an air show and then runs and jumps into a plane and takes off?
I have seen that. And
he was an audience member. He was not meant to do that. That was not.
Here's something there. I am, he must have been really drunk because he was just up and down and up and down. I'm like going, dude, in the fact that you are now in the air and could end up dead, maybe you should hold the stick a little stiller. Just saying. But he did not. He was all over the damn place.
You wanna see the curtain pull back?
Okay, sure.
This scenario is a famous long-running air show comedy act. It's not a real security breach or hijacking known as the Drunken Pilot or Flying Farmer Act. It is performed by professional, highly skilled stunt pilots who pretend to be intoxicated, steal a small airplane, usually a Piper Super Cub, and perform a chaotic yet carefully choreographed flight. Nothing's real, Brian.
Nothing. These guys. So I was looking around the other day, trying to, because some stuff there. I was like going, well, how do you rent a Ferrari? Well, there's a place in Beverly Hills where you can rent a 296 GTS for $19.95 a day, a SF90 Stradale for
$20 a day.
What?
$20 a day?
No, thousands. Oh. Yeah. An F8 Spider is $16.50. Tell you what, that is the least expensive one so far. That is still screaming Ferrari, and it's still going to get you noticed. The F90 Stradale is $2,900 a day. The F8 Tributo is $15.95. Oh, the Portofino is $12.50 a day. So that's not so bad. But all right, but here's the kicker on this. So I was looking at one where you could rent one on Turo. And you got like 180 miles or something really ridiculous. And I'm just like,
stops?
Well, no, you got, and then it's $10 an hour after that, or $10 a mile after that. And I'm just like, what?
I'd pull over pretty quick.
Yeah, no, it was, well, I mean, but the thing is that I couldn't really go home and come back with it, really. And here we go. This thing here is $3,000 a day, right? How many miles do I get for free on this SF90 Stradale?
80 miles.
50.
Oh.
So your hotel needs to be exactly right next to where you picked this sucker up. And you just need to be going around the block a couple times. I mean,
well, what you need to do is go to the club in your hotel, and then you go out to the.
So you basically you drive around the block, and then you bring it to. And in fact, you self-park that sucker because you don't want to think about. You don't want somebody Ferris Bueller in that sucker and costing you, here we go, $8 an extra mile.
Eesh.
Yes. No, this is not good.
That's a sandwich.
Well, it's a big arch. That's for sure.
I'd hate to have to eat that cost.
Yeah. I mean, how many sandwiches? Yeah. No, seriously. Yeah, you have them drop it off at the hotel. You drive around, you have them drop it off a couple blocks away from the hotel. Then you drive it around the block, and then you bring it to self-park in the front of the hotel. And you keep the key, so them screwballs ain't Ferris Bueller and you. And yeah, I'm actually surprised they only drove 200 miles on that one to begin with, honestly. I mean, I would have thought they were just driving for all day and crap. So, but there we go. Security deposit is $5,000 to $10,000. So Here's my question here. Here is my question I got. So if I got the F8 Tributo, okay, do I get more miles? Because it's still a Ferrari. I mean, look, not for nothing, the F8 Tributo is not that much different looking from it. Oh, 50 miles. Oh, it is different. It is different. Still 50 miles a day, but $4 an extra mile.
Oh.
Minimum days, 1. So there you go. So you could truly have it pick it up out around the block, drive it to the self park it, and have just everybody admire it for $1,500. If you're trying to if you're doing a Ponzi scheme, this is a good idea. I'm just saying, if you are doing a Ponzi scheme of some sort, you could.
Not legal advice.
Yeah, hold on.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the hosts and do not necessarily reflect the views of Santa Cruz Voice.
Yes. So those are things. So tomorrow, what is it? Whatchamacallit?
April 1st.
April Fool's Day Spectacular. Do not believe anything you hear about the show tomorrow. Just see and enjoy and stuff. And yeah, so there we go. Yeah, that's about all I got. So, and here we go. I don't know. I don't know if this is my favorite one ever, but this is, all right, we have a song to run us out of here. And you know what? We did not have time for this Weekend Bubbles, so, oh no. Yeah.
We ran out of time.
Being that, I will complain about things later. Okay.
Next week there may be bubbles.
Next week or maybe not. So here we go. We're gonna leave you with a full song. It's gonna be on the podcast. Check it out. Also, if you have an Android phone, please download the app because it works. So there you go.
Take it easy.
Your old hoodie's still in my backseat. Smell like nights we didn't get no sleep. Headlights cut across an empty road. I just keep driving, ain't got nowhere to go. I drank enough to forget you, but damn, you're still here. In the smoke, in the silence, in every last beer, I try to outrun it, but it's always near. I drank enough to forget you, but damn, you're still here. There's our song we screamed our heads off to. Now I turn it down when it comes on through. Windows open, but the night don't move. You're still riding here like you always do. I drank enough to forget you, but damn, you're still here. In the smoke, in the silence, in every last beer, I try to outrun it, but it's always near. I drank enough to forget you, but damn, you're still here. Maybe it ain't the whiskey burn, maybe it's a lesson I won't learn. Every mile, every turn leads me back to where it hurts. I drank enough to forget you, but damn, you're still here. In the smoke, in the silence, in every last beer, I try to outrun it, but it's always near. I drank enough to forget you. but damn, you're still here.